Hi, this is Nagina, and I'm so excited to be here with a Spice Yourself Skinny graduate, Deepshikha. I'm going to be talking with Deepshikha today about some of the specific things she did to lose 16 pounds in the program and 22 pounds overall. Deepshikha, please introduce yourself, say hello, let us know how much weight you lost. Even though I just said it, I want to hear it from you, and also about like the size that you lost, how many sizes you went down.
Sure. Hi, Nagina. Hi, everyone. I'm Deepshikha, and I lost 16 pounds on the Spice Yourself Skinny Challenge. And then I went on and lost another 5 pounds. So like a total of 22 pounds and counting since then. I'm 2 dress sizes down, and I lost 3 inches off my waist. I feel great. I'm able to fit into any of my dresses, and it's amazing.
Yes. Okay. And Deepshikha, you were telling me, when is the last time that you've been at this weight? Like, have you been here? Like, tell me about that. Like, when are you back to yourself from before kids, or from how are you compared to where you were before kids?
I think I'm at the lowest weight of my life right now. I have always been skinny, but of course I didn't weigh myself back when I was a teenager. I didn't need to. But ever since I got married and I had kids, I think this is the best shape and the lowest weight that I have been at.
Yes. Okay. And Deepshikha, tell us how old your kids are.
So I have a 5-year-old and I have a 1-year-old. And I always hear that. Even this morning I heard that. How are you so skinny? You just have a 1-year-old. You're just 1-year-old. How are you so skinny? You must be working out a lot. And I said, no, I don't work out a lot.
Oh my God, that's so true. It's like people could really be surprised that you're even a mom, and especially that you have a 1-year-old. Definitely. Like, you are so trim and fit right now. And I have the before and after pictures of Deepshikha that you'll see. So you'll see how different she is before and after, before and after her weight loss. So Deepshikha, okay, let's get into this a little bit. I really want to help our current Spice Yourself Skinny sisters. And I want them to understand how you were eating before you joined the program. So tell me, what were you eating before you joined the program, so that maybe we can identify with you and see that, you haven't, whether you've always been eating healthy, or, what you were doing before.
I don't think I've ever eaten healthy in my life. Never have. This is difficult, because I don't think I was eating. I was eating everything, and I was eating nothing. So I just had my second kid, and I had a 6-month-old, and I had a 5-year-old. He's 5.5 now, so 5-year-old at that time. And life was busy, life was hectic, and I did not have time to eat. I did not have time to think what to cook. I did not have the energy to make healthy meals for myself, because in my mind, it would have required a lot of ingredients. It would have required me to go to a store and do shopping, and it just sounded very, very difficult. It sounded very, very boring. I wanted to eat my comfort food because I was tired. So I would just eat anything. I would eat French fries. I would just go and get a burger, and I would eat pasta all day. Not that I don't eat it right now. I still eat it right now, but most of the times I try to be mindful of what I'm eating, and I think that's the reason why I'm able to also enjoy my French fries.
Yes. Okay. You still have French fries, but then you're mindful of what you're eating. And I mean, wow, Deepshikha, you are it's not like you've been living your life eating broccoli and asparagus and eating lean chicken and things like that. You've been indulging, you've been eating those comfort foods that a lot of us really, really love. And you actually have been able to transition into something. And I think that's a really huge point, because you do love those foods and you still love them, but now you have learned to integrate the Spice Yourself Skinny recipes and ways of eating. So it's actually possible. It's possible, no matter what you've been eating, no matter where you've been, that you can transition. So So, I mean, I was just so amazed at how excited you were every week. You know, one of the things I think is so important, that you were really active in the Facebook group, talking about how you felt about the foods, telling us how you loved the foods, and even giving feedback on the things you didn't like. You were just encouraging other people. And I think that makes a really big difference, because having that community support is such a big deal when you're losing weight and when you're getting healthier, and even in life, because this isn't meant to do, you're not meant to do this alone. Like, you're meant to do this with other people, you know.
I love the Facebook group. I love the community. I often think about the women who were in the group, and I wish I could meet them and I could see where they are now. All of us had just become this. It was a sisterhood, and we would give tips to each other. We would motivate each other on, and we would check on each other. I remember there was this one week where I wasn't able to do any prep, and there was another participant who wasn't able to do any prep, and we kind of, decided to motivate each other, and we checked on each other. We checked that were you able to do anything yesterday? What did you eat yesterday? So there was the accountability, and there was the motivation, and everybody was just in it together.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And that's what I think is just so important, is just actually, when you give more of yourself, you get more results. So you put yourself in the group, you put yourself out there, you're going to feel the results, because it's becoming a part of your life. So I would love to hear if you can give our current sisters some tips or some advice on what worked for you. Like, why do you think you were able to lose weight and Spice Yourself Skinny? What are some of the specific one or two specific things you did that you could share with the sisters in the group now?
Well, I have to be honest. Initially, I followed the plan to the T. So I woke up in the morning, I had my meal plans in front of me, and there were times when I deviated a little bit, but I followed the framework. Like you've always said, it's not all or nothing. It's, you can lose weight even if you deviate a little bit. And then while we were in week 3 or week 4, I had already had some of my favorites, which I had made a couple of times, and it was easy. The days where I would be too tired, I knew the recipe at the back of my head now. It was easy for me to prep. So if I wasn't able to follow the plan, I would go back to those recipes and still kept on losing the weight. So it was just very easy. You have everything in front of you, you follow it, and if you cannot follow it, just follow the framework. And you will have the support from Nagina, you have the support from all the sisters in the Facebook group, and it will work. It definitely works. And the key is, once it works, once you see what eating that flavorful, that yummy food can do to your body, you wouldn't want to eat the other kind of foods. I remember the first cheat day that I had, I went to a Mexican place, and I don't remember what I had, but it was very cheesy, and the old Deepshikha would have been able to finish everything. I ate half of that, and I remember my tummy started hurting, because my body was just not used to that cheesy, that unhealthy food. And I just wanted to go back home, and I wanted to eat my leftovers. That's all I wanted to do.
Yes, you wanted to go home and have the other kinds of food. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I think this is such an important point, Deepshikha, because it's like, it's about flexibility. It's like, but I also think, and I've seen the people that have been the most successful in Spice Yourself Skinny, they have followed the plan. They have followed it as much as possible, but there's also a framework that you can follow, which means if you can't make the exact recipe, that's okay. You can, but at least follow the framework of the types of foods you should have with each meal. So there's a lot of flexibility, and it's really keeping that in mind. It's not all or nothing. You don't have to make every single recipe, but the recipes are there to help you. And if you're not able to make the recipe, that's okay, but follow the framework and just know that it's flexible, So good. Okay. So, and what's like one thing you feel like, kept you on track? Like, why were you able to stay on track for the 8 weeks? Like, like, how did you stay motivated? Is it that you started seeing the results and you started feeling like, why I have to keep doing this? Why wouldn't I?
Absolutely. Once I started seeing the results, and it was right off the bat, it was immediate. It was the first week that I started seeing results. And once the food that I was eating, it made me feel good. I wasn't really tired anymore. I had energy. I really felt good. And I know you don't mention it, but my skin improved. My digestion improved. The results was so immediate. And once I saw that, and of course the weight loss was the biggest factor. Once I saw that the weight was coming off so easily, I was on track, and the food was tasting very good. I feel like if I'd been on another challenge where the food wasn't that great, where it was bland food, I would have given up by the end of first week. I would have, even if I would have lost weight. But because the food was so tasty, it felt like comfort food. It felt like I was eating outside. That's what kept me on track.
Yep. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. So what is one more question I have is, what would be like one kind of tip that you could give to others in the program right now that they could take away with them? Something really specific that you did maybe every week, like how you got your groceries in the house, or how you printed how you looked at the recipes. Like, how did you go about fitting it into your life, into your busy life?
Well, for me, the most important thing was groceries, because I hate grocery shopping. My husband does it for me, and half the times he couldn't find things that I wanted. So I just outsourced it to freshdirect.com. I would sit on my laptop on Thursday or Friday, and I would just do it online, and the groceries would be here. I think the most important tip that I can give everyone is, and it is learning by experience, I have learned it the hard way, is prepping. Once you prep your food, there are chances that you will stick to it. Even if you cannot prep the whole thing, you don't have to make everything. Even if you can cut some veggies or marinate a protein. But if you want to come home, if you're tired, or you've been around, you had a long day at work, or you've been out with your kids, you come home tired and starving, but you know that there is a marinated protein and some veggies, and you can just put it in the oven, go answer your calls, or send an email, or bathe or feed your kids, and it'll be ready for you by the time you come back. That will keep you on track. And I have to be honest, I haven't done it every week. I have not. But the weeks that I've done it, I have stayed on track. The weeks I haven't, I have binged. I have eaten a bag of chips because I've been so hungry that I would eat anything that's in front of me. So I would say prepping is the number one thing that I would advise people to do it. Make time for it. Even if you cannot give an hour, just have 15-20 minutes to just chop some veggies and keep it with you. Even if you cannot do it Sunday night, if you have time on Monday morning, if you can get up half an hour early and do it, because that is really helpful.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Deepshikha. That was so helpful. I mean, these tips are amazing. I think that it's really important to take to incorporate this advice, because I want you to be successful, and it's great to learn from somebody who's already done it. So thank you for spending your time with us, giving us such great tips, and good luck with continuing this lifestyle.
Thank you for having me, and good luck to everyone. I know everyone can lose weight.
Thank you.